Narcissism from a Spiritual Perspective, Part 31. Before I begin, be sure to like and follow my page and check out the link in my bio. I've got a mailing list to create a Narcissism from a Spiritual Perspective community. I also have a 30-day of biblically inspired journal prompts to help you rise up again post-narcissistic abuse. Okay, so let's dive into it. Your encounter with that narcissistic spirit in your life is your opportunity to level up. Let me explain. When you're dealing with someone that houses that narcissistic spirit, you're dealing with someone that can be described as like spiritually bankrupt. The percentage of light inside of them that's operating versus dark is quite different than your percentage. These people are so far away from their source and they are so influenced by the unclean spirits inside of them that awareness that you have of them, you can turn it around and look at it yourself like a mirror and see where are parts inside of you where you have darkness operating, and you can go make it your mission to heal those parts inside of you. Subconsciously, there's something vibrating inside of us that attracted or that was in vibrational alignment to the experience of dealing with a narcissistic spirit. Oftentimes what happens is when someone is entangled with a narcissistic spirit, they put their attention on the narcissistic spirit and all the wild and evil and wicked things that they have done or been victims to, as opposed to cutting off that attention towards the narcissist and turning it back on themselves and identifying what was in vibrational alignment with that narcissist. Oftentimes, when you really do a deep dive, you realize that you had an inner child wound. You had something inside of you that made up your frequency that was attracting that experience in your life, and all you need to do is turn the focus back on yourself and heal that part inside of you. You no longer are focusing on the narcissist, but you're focusing on the light that is inside of you. You're focusing on connecting with the Most High and asking the Most High to heal you, to shine light on the darkness inside of you. Once you wake up, it's like you can't go back. You see that dance that you had with the narcissist in a higher perspective. You realize that that person, that narcissist, was the Judas in your story. And that encounter leveled you up, catapulted you into becoming a better and higher version of yourself. One that is more in vibrational alignment with God, with Source, with our Creator. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have learned how to love yourself. If it wasn't for them, you maybe wouldn't have embarked on your spiritual awakening journey. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have put the focus on yourself and start learning how to heal yourself. You begin to raise your frequency. You begin to raise your vibration. And then when you come out of it, that version of who you become is no longer in vibrational alignment with a narcissist. And you realize, what was I thinking? Well, you weren't thinking. You were operating in your wounds. But this new version of you is one that loves themselves, one that has opened their heart to God and has ascended. And when you start looking at the narcissist, you realize that this person is someone who is spiritually corrupt. They are allowing their wounds to dictate themselves. They don't have the fear of God in them. They don't carry the light inside of them. And that these people need deliverance. But it ain't your job to be the savior. You can pray for them, but you take the lesson and you move forward and you understand your worth and you understand your value. And you realize that you are a blessing to be in someone's life, and you don't have to convince anybody to see the light inside of you. If someone is operating with the light inside of them, they're going to see it. But a narcissist, because they allow those unclean spirits to operate in their minds, anything that is good, they reject it. Because those spirits only make it about that narcissistic person. They are delusional in their minds. So as you ascend, you start realizing that you're not going to enter into their tornado of delusions. That's their reality, and it's no longer going to be your reality, because you have now risen above and you are connected to the Most High, and the Most High helps you see the truth. So allow that encounter with the narcissistic spirit be what catapults you into the best version of yourself. And a lot of times, people who've dealt with a narcissistic spirit, they get pushed into their purpose. Because that pain that they experienced, they allow the light to come inside and heal them on their journey. The best way you can heal post-narcissistic abuse is by removing your focus on the narcissist and what they did, and putting the focus back on yourself, and understanding that the power of healing lies within you, because God, the light, is inside in each and every one of us. All we need to do is tap in. And remember, you can't change anybody except yourself. Take the lesson. Recognize that everybody's operating at their level of consciousness. Everybody has different versions of the light and darkness inside of them. And it's your choice on whether or not you want to accept that in your reality. Surrender to God. He will make you see things through His eyes. And eventually you'll understand that that encounter with a narcissistic spirit was designed to get you to be the highest version of yourself. Once again, don't forget to check out the links in my bio. Join my mailing list, Narcissism from a Spiritual Perspective community. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay strong, saints.